Hey, hope everybody is awesome. Ryan Lee here. Pop Planet Cheapskate, giving you your rate update going into the weekend. Wanted to say what's up to all my realtor partners out there. Hopefully, you guys are tearing it up. I don't know about you, but I'm getting busy. I think maybe these people, they're getting ready to get their taxes back and wanting to make some moves. So I'm really super stoked and excited. So I would say up till just recently, really, like maybe the last 6 months, I was adamantly opposed to any sort of DPA, grant, anything like that. And I have to admit, recently there's been some really good products come out that they still have a few negatives, but they're not as terribly bad as some of the stuff that I had seen before. Now, I used to see stuff that was like grants or DPAs that would give you like 3, 4, sometimes 5% higher interest rate, and to me, that's just like that's crazy. And other things like with grants, sometimes it would lock you in to where like you couldn't do anything for 7 years, or sometimes even 10 years. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't refinance. You couldn't sell it without paying some sort of a penalty for the funds that you were provided for your down payment. So when that's the case, I'm against them because they just don't make long term financial sense to do it. So recently, there's been two products come out that are amazing products for people who are a little bit cash strapped when it comes to their closing costs. The first one I want to brag about, I just actually closed one yesterday on this, and it was awesome. The borrower actually walked out with a check for $250. So it's always cool when you can walk out of your closing getting a new home and getting enough money to go out and buy a microwave or something. So really awesome. But it's with my company, U Mortgage, and we are actually licensed in all 50 states. So if this is something you're interested in, reach out to me. I can get you linked up with an agent who can help you. But what it is, it's called the Empowered DPA, and none of the old negatives that came with the past DPAs. You're not locked into anything. After 6 months, you can refinance perfectly fine. No worries. You don't have to pay anything back. You don't have any penalties. You can refinance. Now, the one negative to this DPA is that it just makes your interest rate a percent higher. So in the past, when I was seeing those ones that were like 2, 3, not even two, it was like 3, 4, and 5% higher. That's not right. That's, to me, that's considered usury. But just a percent to get your closing costs covered, that's a pretty good deal. So that's a really awesome one. And other than the 1% higher, I don't see anything negative about this product. It's primarily for first-time homebuyers who need a little bit of help, but you don't have to be a first-time homebuyer. There's other qualifications. Other than a few little things we have to check off, it's basically an FHA approval. So that's very cool. It's a cool thing. And uh, the other one that's really improved is the Chenoa grant. And so the Chenoa grant doesn't have any penalties as well, and it provides you with your down payment, and sometimes not the full down payment, but you can qualify for the down payment. It's a qualification process with that. But that's also a really good grant product is the Chenoa grant. I think it's out of California or something. But two little things to look into there. Just wanted to give that little caveat because I closed that one yesterday, and it's actually the second one that I've closed. And I mean, they're great. If you're cash strapped, look into it. Get a hold of me. I can get you in touch with someone in U Mortgage if you're in Kansas. Heck, I can help you here. Any of my realtor partners, this is a big announcement. If you have people who are cash strapped but have a decent credit score, let me know. We can get them in for little to nothing. They may walk out of the closing with a check. If you haven't yet subscribed, we're getting really close to 1,000, and at 1,000, I'm actually going to do $1,000 Amazon giveaway. So I'm going to give one of my lucky subscribers an Amazon card that they will have 1,000 buckaroos on there that they can, spend however they like. So that's all I got really for announcements. I wanted to let you know about that product. It's really awesome. I know I do have a lot of realtors that watch these updates just so they know what the rates look like going into any showings they might have or open houses they might be conducting. But let's get right to these rates. I kept you waiting long enough. Now, before I begin, I want to just explain these are not rates that you can go to your hometown bank, your credit union, and get. These are not rates that you're going to be able to get to working with some other weird lender or anything like that. These are rates that I get by making 50 of the most competitively priced lenders compete. And I do this once a week. I do it on Friday. I take a hypothetical lender. I take someone who has a 700 credit score, looking to looking to borrow, I think, $250,000 for a house, and I just take them through conventional FHA, VA, USDA, and just have the lender send me what they got, and the best one I present to you, and that's how we do our rate update. So I'm not doing anything funky here. This is for a 30-day lock, which is pretty standard. My company's average clear to close is, I think, 13 or 14 days. It's always changing because it's a metric, but super, super fast. I have saved a lot of deals in my local area in Kansas. So that's something that I've kind of been, I guess, renowned for. But heck, if you get me initially and I'm not saving it from another lender and all their mistakes, I can close these things hyper fast. Now, my guarantee is 22 days for a Bolt qualified borrower. And when I say Bolt, I just mean someone who's a W-2 employee. They don't have to have any sort of gift funds, and they have a credit score that's over 620 or above. So those three qualifications, I can get them closed hyper fast, and my guarantee is 22 days or less. So uh, that's a little bit of spiel there. But let's get right to these rates, okay? They're looking pretty good, pretty good. Conventional is at 6.25 with an APR of 6.535. FHA is at 5.625 with an APR of 6.635. VA is at 5.75 with an APR of 5.960. USDA is at 5.75 with an APR of 6.195. So that's the rates, looking pretty good. Conventional and VA ticked up about 1/8%. FHA, USDA stayed pretty flat. So rates still looking good. FHA is looking really sweet at 5.625. If you are a first-time home buyer or you have an FHA, now's your moment. Get a little bit aggressive with those offers. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Everybody have a happy and safe weekend. I think in our area, we're going to be getting some snow. So everybody stay safe, stay off the roads as much as possible. You know how people get here whenever it's snowing. It's just crazy. People drive, I think, even worse when it's snowing than when they do when it's not. So be safe, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.